Hey there. In the next few videos I will show how I will motion clean up some takes from the climbing wall here. So if we take a look at the clip I just chose here, it's a fairly short clip, 1777 frames, and you'll notice here in the beginning there's a little tracking error on the right leg, which I will just leave in here for the sake of this demonstration. And also a few things to mention. It's on purpose. I didn't try to clean up any of these hand turning and shoulder twists that are going on here. I could do some work on the hands, but I wouldn't touch the shoulder. I think that would mess things up more than it would do any good. At least to my knowledge. So I went ahead and exported this. I have a separate guide in the previous video where I show how to get this into Motion Builder using this setup here with the SK mannequin. So I'm going to switch to Motion Builder from here. Going to leave iPad recorder here in the background. And I'm going to open up that template file that we created last time. So if you haven't seen this one before and have no idea what I'm talking about, go check out part 3 where I make this one. And also that's this one I used for the export. Okay, so I'm going to open this one up and I'm going to motion file import that take a off video exported. So here it is, and just hit continue and rerun in 60 frames per second. So I'm going to switch to that here, and that's going to give me 1077 frames. So before I do anything here, you want to go ahead and save this in my work folder. I'll call this test 1. 8, 10. Okay, so the first thing I think which is nice to do is to get the animation onto the UE4 mannequin. So I'm going to plot this to my control rig, and I'm also going to plot this to my skeleton. So I have the animation 2 places now, and it's going to make sense in a bit while I do this. Yeah. Okay, so we also want to activate the control rig, and then we want to make a few poses for the hands, because he's obviously going to grab onto something, or I am, and we don't have that animation on the hands. As you can see here, this is where I was supposed to grab onto something, but doesn't really happen. Right, so let's do that first. So I'm in full body here. I'm going to first of all just add one pose here, which I will rename to be called relaxed. And then I'm going to switch to the hand view, and I'm going to select all the FK factors for these 4 fingers, and then switch to the other hand, and then Control Shift select these here. And then I'm going to switch to the rotate tool and make sure I'm on local. Okay. Right. And select my rotate tool. Apparently I didn't select that. And then I'm going to curl up the fingers. So a nice grabbing hold, like something like this. This looks like I'm holding a nice big jug. And then what you usually do when you climb is that you're gonna take your thumb and put that close to the index finger for some reason. So I'm gonna do that as well. I'm gonna switch to the other side here, and just gonna watch when it touches the finger. So just to add a little bit more movement. Okay. And then we will add a pose for this one as well. So let's rename this to grab. Right. so I have a grab and a relaxed and a grab. Okay. Don't worry, the cursor's jumping back and forth a little bit right now because we don't really plan on using this. Let me just demonstrate how we're going to use this. So for example, if we scrub this forward a little bit, and let's assume this is the place where we want the hands to grab onto something. I'm going to say, okay, so the left hand, I'm going to select these effectors and switch to body part, and then I'm going to hit grab. So that means that only the hand is going to grab on. If I select everything on the hand and hit this, the hand is actually going to go out here, so that's not what we want to happen. So I'm just going to undo that. Maybe I could do this with, nope, needs to be in full body or body parts. Okay, so this is the way it's going to work. Okay, so anyway, that's the posing of the hands that we just need. So we need to figure out when in time he's gonna, I'm curling up my hands as opposed to curl them up. And if I turn on the trajectories up here, and I select just one hand here first, just the left, I can see that there's a few places where I have these squiggly things going on. And that's actually a place in time where I was supposed to have my hand pretty stable. So if we move forward here, we can see here it was supposed to be still, and here. So it's not like the wrists would be perfectly still, and that's something we need to tackle actually. But I will get back to that. But anyway, this is just going to serve as a kind of a guideline what we're going to do next. So I'm going to move all the way to the beginning, and I'm going to try and do this on one screen, but this is something I did one time before on a different clip with two screens, and it makes this a little bit easier. So what people like to do here is, I think, bring in the video inside here, but I think I'm missing some kind of driver or something, because it keeps complaining that something is missing. So that's kind of a bum, really. So I'm gonna just have to do it this way. So I'm gonna step forward in the animation here, just watching the slider down here. And I'm going to switch to the top view because I think I have a pretty good view of when I grab onto the holes here. So I'm just going to zoom in on that, and I'm going to find the place right before I curl up my hands. So I think 132 is going to be a good place. So I'm going to do the same here. Just gonna hold Control arrow because I'm using my key setup. I'm gonna move it up here, and I'm gonna. I think I'm gonna do this on a separate layer. That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah. So I'm gonna switch to Anim Layer 1. If you don't have it, click this one, and then press S, or depending on what key you use. Actually, I want to switch to Body Parts and make this key. Let me just do that over again. So switch to Body Parts and remove that one, and then set this key. So make sure you get this little green thingy here. Okay. So from 132 we want to switch back here and then move a little bit forward until I have a firm grip. So it looks like 145. I'm going to do the same here. 145, and then I'm going to hit the grab. Sorry, I'm gonna switch to the hand view here. I think I'm gonna turn the trajectories off here. So select all the FK effectors here and hit the grab, and that's gonna curl up his hand like we just posted. Okay, and then remember to hit S to set a key. So actually, that key I just said should have been only on that hand, but doesn't really matter. Alright. Oh, so back in IPM, I will just move the animation forward. I like to do this with one hand first, and then do it again with the left hand, the opposite hand. So this is the opposite hand. This is actually the left hand. Okay, so I'm gonna do this one here. So move it up here. So about looks like a 499. So move it up to 499 here, and yeah. The thing is, actually, I forgot something, because this is actually where I need to be in a relaxed position. So there's a time here where I need to record. Just gonna do that again. So you want to watch the left hand here at that point just before I let go. So it looks like it's 478. So move to 478 and set a key here, and move a little bit forward. So it looks like here it's pretty relaxed. So 484, and hit the relax button and hit a key. Okay, and oops, move it up here, and 499, forward 499, and set a key, and forward to 505 maybe. For 505, let's see, and then grab on and set a key, and you get the picture so far, I guess. But let's just finish this hand. Let's see the one. I think I'm gonna cut loose here. No, I'm gonna move on. So we want to watch again for when I let go. So this is actually a pretty tough one, which might need a little bit more work, because it's becoming an angle. So my fingers, because I'm moving upwards. So this is gonna have to be a kind of approximation. So I'm gonna use 788 as my release key. So 788. So let's see, this is where I swing around here. Set this key and move a little bit forward. So 803. 803. So this is where we will be relaxed. Set a key. Did I forget to set the pose? Oh, shoot. I forgot to select the hand. Let's do that again. So here, I think it was here. So set a key and 803, relaxed, set a key. So that's gonna create a transition from this to this. Alright, so we can continue. Sorry about the mess. Okay, so about 888. 28, sorry. Set a key and move forward, and 13.7, like here, grab on, set a key. I think that was the left hand. Yeah. And actually, I also want to get the part where I let go. That's gonna be pretty cool. So I'm just gonna find the place where I hold on, and 934. Here, so set a key here, and that's a quick release here, like so, and relax, and set a key. Okay, so that's basically the process for animating the hands. So let's play this back as the last part, and I'm going to do the other hand of video, and we're going to continue in the next. So let's play this back here. So we're just going to watch the left hand here. So we can see it's already curled up. It's going to grab, and it's going to grab, and it's gonna let go. Whoops. Alright, so yeah, that's it for this video. I'm gonna fix up the other hand and then continue the next. So see you in a bit. Bye bye.